Wonder Keys, and that utilises, it goes through initially these 3 books. There are a lot of games for Wonder Keys, maths games, card games, and they have these puppets which the children enjoy, and so they call the fingers by animal names. So thumb is Thumbelina, and then we have panda. Your second finger is pointer panda, and then there's Middleton Mouse, and then there's Ringo Raccoon, and then we have Pinky Pig. So this helps the children as they get into grips with their left hand, their right hand, numbers, and it's a fun way to use education into playing. So we have songs that we dance to, that the children dance to. There's a pointer panda song, and there's a song for each and one of the animals. And then moving on from dogs and from Wonder Keys, if the children start a little bit older with us, we might just go straight to dogs and birds. And with dogs and birds, they have some great resources. They have videos to use at home with the children, which is great for continuing home education during the week. And with these videos from dogs and birds, they use these puppets, which is great fun for the children. They have these boards, which are just lovely. These are hard boards, and on one side it's red for the treble clef, for the high notes. And here you can get these little tiles. And for dogs and birds, to remember, to help the children remember the names of the notes, instead of it just being memorising by rote C, D, E, F, G, we have associations. So think of animals, so think of C for cat. So we have middle C, C for cat, and so you can put it on here, on your board here, C for cat, and you can put it on there. As you're just starting to learn to read music notation, you have C for cat, you have D for dog that you can stick into there, C, cat, so cat. The rules for dogs and birds are set out on the first page of book 1, and these are the golden rules. Always sing the melody as you play. So we have cat, dog, egg. So E for egg, and that goes on there as well. So you see the first line is E for egg. This is a fun way for the young children to get used to the naming the notes on the piano, but also naming the notes on the staff. So we have E for egg, then we have F for fish, and then we have G for goose. The great thing about it is children are learning, but at the same time they're actually having fun. So there's book 1, book 2, and then Dogs and Birds also have a book on nursery rhymes. So pretty early on the children can start to play songs that they like to sing themselves. So for example here there's one, this is Catching a Fish Alive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they have the words there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, once they've caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then I let it go again. So what they do here is they have the right hand, a little box below. Right hand is in red for high, and blue hand is in blue, is a bass clef for low notes. Another one of the golden rules is not just to sing as you play the notes, but also to count aloud the rhythm. So get the rhythm right first up. So count aloud during the rhythm exercises. Clapping, tapping, you can just tap the piano or a drum if you have it, and playing the notes chosen by the teacher, and never tap or play faster than 1 beat per second. So that is Dogs and Birds, Wonder Keys. Now we also, from the very early ages, we do go straight onto piano technique. So we have these books here from Professor Penelope Roskill for Essential Piano Technique. We use Alexander Technique and Grandeur Technique for healthy piano playing. Now this is to avoid getting habits that could cause strain and injury later on in life. So by having the correct habits of the correct posture and playing with your body flexibly, your body, your shoulders and your arms. So it's not just about your fingers, it's really incorporating your whole body. Now, moving on from that, once students achieve or get up to studying for exams, we use ABRSM. It could be exams within initial grades 1 to 3. Once they hit grade 4, students will stop going to group lessons and they'll then have individual piano lessons. And so they can continue to sit their exams from grade 4 or 5. Once you get to grade 6 piano, you will be required to sit your grade 5 music theory exams. So you will then need to, I do teach theory as well, so you'll need to come to theory class in order to progress onwards for grade 6 and above. Now, along with your piano playing, it can be exams or it could be just for fun, you don't have to sit exams. One great discovery that I found is this book by Andrew Higgins, and it's called So You Want to Learn to Improvise. And this is brilliant because it brings music theory in to your piano playing. So he has reference to the scales, which are a necessary part of the traditional piano exams. It has the circle of fifths, moving in the clockwise direction and anti-clockwise, exercises with the circle of fifths and triangles and chords and sevenths, and it's just a wonderful resource. And this is great if you're wanting to expand your repertoire. Maybe you want to eventually become a composer or compose your own music for yourself or for fun, or perhaps you want to move out from classical music and go into jazz and blues, and if you're doing that, it's a great skill to be able to improvise. So if you learn all the rules of music and music notation first, and then you can just go off and do your own thing. And this book I highly recommend. It's fabulous for the beginners, but right through to the advanced piano students. I think this is a marvelous resource. I wish I had this when I was younger, and it's really very helpful. It's published by Alfred, and it's written by Andrew Higgins, and it's called So You Want to Learn to Improvise. I highly recommend that. And yes, thank you for watching. If you'd like to go to my website for any further details, and that's www.alicelets.com, and follow my page. It's on Facebook, facebook.com/alicelets. From the very beginning, as our students begin lessons with us, we start using the essential piano technique. These are technique books from Professor Penelope Roskell. We incorporate Alexander technique and Carola Grindia technique for healthy piano playing. And the reason we do this is to ensure that our students are playing in a way that is healthy and will prevent them from getting injury and strain later in life that you could get if you adopt a technique that is rigid and inflexible and harmful to you. So we make sure from the very beginning that our students are relaxed and using their whole body, their shoulders and their arms, not just their fingers, when they play the piano. Now, starting from preschoolers, we use a lot of games, but we also introduce them to basic mathematics with our card games, rhythm games. We also have singing games. We incorporate Kodayu approach and Dalcroze. So there's music and movement that's appealing to our younger audience, and really great fun. There's also poems, story time, nursery rhymes. As well as the piano, we have a xylophone, desk swells, boom whackers, hoops, balloons, ribbons, balls, rainbow parachute, castanets, tambourine, drums, and jingle bells, handheld bells. It's quite exhaustive. There's a lot there's a lot to play around with. Now, as a bonus, all the students or caregivers of our younger students have the benefit of receiving complimentary membership to our private Facebook group. For for the preschoolers, there's a group, piano for preschoolers, for 3 to 5 year olds, and we also have a private piano group for all ages, and this is for our students, usually aged between 5 to 6 up until adults, where they could be learning just for fun, or our students could be going to sit exams, and we follow the exam route with ABRSM. Now, our lessons from preschoolers, we tend to use Wonder Keys, and then after that, they move on to Dogs and Birds, or you could choose one or the other. Now, Dogs and Birds helps with pre-notation, so this is great for learning how to read music. They have tiles, they have stickers, and they have a right hand treble clef, bass clef as well, where you can put the little tiles on. It's really quite fun, and we have some puppets there to use and videos. So it's great, not just for having classes in person, but Dogs and Birds in particular is ideal for teaching online for students based all around the world that maybe cannot get to a class in their local community, but would like to benefit from having an online lesson. Dogs and Birds is great for the younger audience. And then once they progress, they can go on to doing exams.